versus ethnicity. National correspondent Katie Tubman was at that event today and joins us live now from Chicago. Katie, there were moments today where I, held my breath watching it on my phone. You were actually in the room. What was the like in there?
Hey, Chance, I gotta tell you, as someone who was sitting 4 rows back from the stage in the center of the room, I can tell you no one was holding their breath in the room. And that's probably because most people were trying to hold in their comments, their reactions, their outbursts. Because at the start of the conversation, even before former President Trump took the stage, the audience was told to behave in a professional manner, to remember that this is still to be run like a newsroom. So already teeing up the audience to respond in a certain way to the former president before he took the stage. Now, when he was on the stage, it seemed like all of those rules and all of those heads up had gone out the window. That's likely because as I was taking in notes from the folks around me and their reactions as the former president was being questioned by the moderators, many of them were saying that they were expecting the former president to be very much pressed, to be fact-checked in person, to not be able to basically spew any falsehoods or false statements that could run rampant on the stage with these 3 journalists. And when at moments the president said any type of comment that the audience did not find fact-based or true, you heard outbursts that said, talk about the facts or just answer the question. These were certain phrases that were used by the audience. So I gotta tell you, no one was holding their breath.
It also reminded me his back and forth with Rachel Scott. Kind of reminded me of Katie Tur back in 2016. Like he kind of wanted to go at it with her, and she just kept repeating her questions. So Rachel Scott, ABC, she did try a few times, Katie, to pin down Trump on whether he truly believes Kamala Harris is a quote DEI hire.
All right.
This was part of the conversation.
How are y'all doing?
I've known her a long time.
Is everybody there?
Directly.
Oh, you can hear me.
And she was always Indian heritage, and she was only promoting Indian heritage. I didn't know she was black.
It's been a while. 2 weeks,
She
huh?
happened to turn black, and now she wants to be known as
Somebody
black.
put some fire into
Is she
the
Indian or is she black?
She's always
Into the electric, huh?
black college.
I respect either one, but she obviously doesn't. Because she was Indian all the way, and then all of a sudden
Indian all the way.
and she became a black person.
She became a black person.
He became a black person. Trump is actively pushing the black vote. How'd that seem to go over?
Not well. This was
Not
one
well.
of the moments in the audience, or in the time that the former president spoke, where he actually heard the audience have one of the loudest outbursts. I think the loudest being that the former president would say that the vice president had turned black out of nowhere and formally had not identified as black. This seemed to hit a chord with the audience, very much an audience filled with black journalists, of course, but not just black journalists. We saw that there were folks from Democratic parties, from Republican parties, Trump supporters, Biden and Harris supporters, all in the room. But distinctly that moment when Trump made that comment, that's when we heard the most reaction. Now, if the former president is indeed, and as we know, trying to woo black voters who are a very key demographic for the Democratic Party, this may not be the right way to go about it. After the comment was made, there was a lot of shudder in the room. You can feel the reactions. And it was at that point we saw a turn in the reactions from the folks in the room who had a sense of where this conversation was going. They didn't think that this was going to be a very much fact-based conversation. And as you said, Rachel Scott, trying to press the former president on other questions, on trying to get him to answer specific questions, and other moderators tried to do the same, saying at times, I just want to talk about the specific topic or move on to another conversation. But at many times we heard the president stick to what his agenda was, and that remains to be seen. But right now, that kind of looks like him making sure that folks know that he showed up, and he was the one who was going to talk to black journalists. Whatever he said was not the major point of the conversation, but rather the fact that he showed up.
I see that he was there in person, which he brought up several times. He did bring up several times they were 35 minutes late. He kept saying they had lousy equipment, but he kept saying, I'm here, I'm talking to you, and I want black folks in America. I should also note that Trump did not apologize for J.D. Vance's campaign comments. He said, he kind of speaks for himself, but then it's just very profanely. But all that, said and done at this point, there was a lot of internal turmoil at NABJ about whether they should even have Trump there. A lot of people were upset that he was there. Other people said, listen, this is an Indian candidate. We need to hear from him. We actually did get some solid information that we hadn't heard before from him about his thoughts on J6 or, his thoughts on Kamala Harris's identity. How are the numbers feeling now?
If anything, the energy at the end of the room, at the end of the conversation in the room, was very much mixed. I heard certain members of the NABJ say, well, that was a slap in the face. Others said that was a complete waste of time. And then others said that we heard him say things that he hadn't said before, and they were quickly either tweeting those out or writing those things up to report out. And so it was very much mixed. We did hear going into the convention that there was very much conflicted and much of a debate amongst members about why and how the former president, should show up at this space. We heard certain award-winning journalists who have been awarded and platformed by NABJ say that this was a slap in the face, that this was a poor decision. And then at other times, we heard folks say that this is exactly what a group like the NABJ Association should be doing, that they should be making sure that they hear from all perspectives and all candidates, a tradition that they have kept up for a very long time. So the feeling at the end of the day, and specifically at the end of that conversation, was that most folks are staying where they were or how they felt about the president when it came to Black voters and his opinions and comments around the Black Americans.
Maybe some of the American voters got a little more insight into his
Black Americans, Black Americans, we are the Black Americans.
The first time doing a live shot together.
We are the Black Americans.
With the calendar page flipping to August, so the presidential race starts a new chapter very soon that tops our race round routine. The likely Democratic nominee, Kamala Harris, is set to become the actual nominee. DNC delegates can start voting online tomorrow, voting early, with the process wrapping up by August 7th. Harris is also on the verge of naming her VP for a campaign of which she and Lorelei will go on a week-long.
Oh, shit, I forgot. Gotta give me something to drink.
Starting next Tuesday in Philadelphia.
All right, we'll be starting the game soon enough. It's Lorelei and the laser eyes.
The vice president is fresh off a massive rally last night in Atlanta. The event drew 10,000 people, the biggest turnout for any Harris event in her 10-day campaign. But it was a big one. Harris campaign accused Donald Trump of backing out of the September 10th debate, which he had agreed to with Joe Biden. In recent days, Trump said he'd probably debate Harris, but he has not committed to it. So last night, Harris talked to Trump saying he's afraid to go face to face.
Well, Donald. I do hope you'll reconsider to meet me on the debate stage. Because as the saying goes, if you got something to say,
All right, also happening right now, this is the live shot. Donald Trump is holding a rally in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, the state capital. It's his first trip back to the Eastern state since the attempt on his life earlier this month. Meanwhile, Trump's running mate, Jake Vance, is campaigning out west. The Ohio senator attended a fundraising luncheon earlier today near Fresno, California. This evening, he's holding a rally in Phoenix. Vance's rocky rollout continued last night during the rally in Reno, Nevada. In the middle of the speech, the mic went out. Everyone knows the situation, including Ben. We've talked about it. Vance has been sociopaths in their state of future.
What the hell did that happen?
Just really loves family.
Hey, what's with that?
Numbers here, the latest coming from Bloomberg and in concert. A statistical dead heat likely to decide this race. Harris leads Trump overall 48 to 47%. But when you break it down, Harris holds an edge in Arizona, Michigan, Nevada, Wisconsin. Trump is up in
place.
And in time in Georgia.
Now, the jumping.
Trump is on the trail in Pennsylvania tonight.
Stop, oh, you gotta get this come up, yes.
We're expecting in this speech and how voters they were feeling.
He's definitely gonna get his come up, yes.
Consumer Cellular, we pride ourselves on getting nationwide coverage as the leading carrier.
Hit the pole, Caesar's yeah.
We've got a lot more than that going for us.
Yeah.
Like this beautiful store in Arizona.
It's gonna be a wonderful Christmas.
More about our phones and how they can be.
The liberals will all be gay.
We're probably gonna.
It's gonna be a lovely Christmas.
Like state-of-the-art cameras you want with space.
Good friend, that's a stand cross residence. Or something like that.
Won't break the bank.
I'll work on it.
Too. We have flip phones like the Irish flip. Someone that doesn't know
Let's,
that elbow channel and just wants something simple. And now we even have watches.
We do.
No matter what device you choose, you'll be happy to know that if your data needs change,
No problem.
with our Smart Flex feature, you know it's right. Let's say you're on a road trip.
All right,
We can simply flex you up to the next data tier.
let's begin the game.
Flex right back down with no penalty.
Lorelei.
You actually need.
The
And
consumer
the letter
cellular
I.
can get the exact same nationwide coverage as the leading carriers for up to half the cost.
I know what you're thinking. What if I want to have one of these amazing stores in my town? Can I get these phones sent to me?
Yes, you can.
Well, our award-winning customer service helped me switch over. Or I'd like $15 to make my own family plan.
Of course they will.
Is it easy?
Easy as possible.
See that tower up there? It's a beauty. And there's thousands more like it, working hard for me and you, supplying 5G coverage to this beautiful nation of ours. We don't
All right, let's go to the game
That's why we
screen
offer a risk-free guarantee. If you're not satisfied within 30 days of activation,
and let's play
oh look,
Lorelei and the letter I.
So 1-800-485-8390. Find us in Target or visit consumercellular.com. Switch today.
she knows what she's talking about. Pick up the phone. Do you owe money to the IRS?
Listen to how Optima Tax Relief helped these people
So-
put their tax debt to rest.
I got in
If you watch 1 and 2,
I owe the IRS 66.
I don't think I have to explain 3.
And
So-
at some point in time, I knew the IRS
Anyway,
was gonna be coming
the
with
game just plays with the arrow keys
With fear.
Optima.
and the other keys. When you come up to something that highlights, enter it, and you highlight. This is the only way you can save the game. You gotta find yourself a computer.
Be able to get that.
And go to save a game.
They really clear.
Okay, you can also load games from
to
here.
have a fresh start,
Okay.
and I will be forever grateful.
I've got 2.
And I'm still amazed. Still story.
Although I'm probably only gonna need 1. We'll
For a
see.
free consultation, call 800-681-5203. That's 800-681-5203.
No, it's just that. I don't know if this load a file from this means yet. I guess it's, I don't know if it's part of the game or something. I can delete files. Files I want to delete. Just the 2 that I've saved.
Now, Trump is back in the state.
Alright,
This time, in Harrisburg, and the supporters were right out there again.
okay.
Congressional correspondent that they read live tonight in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. They've given the recent
Statistics program, I don't know what that is.
The reporters have been out here since well before 1 o'clock Eastern time. That's when they're
Current stats.
understanding well before the 6 o'clock start.
Hotel money, outside money. Oh, okay. 3 and 10, oh, that's about, oh, you should know how much money you can get. From someone. Yeah, look at one. Quiz Club, I know what the hell that is. Shortcuts, I haven't opened yet.
In Butler, Pennsylvania. Are you concerned?
So I found 3 monies outside so far.
I'm
$3.
certainly afraid that, they're gonna try
$3.
and they try to poison him, blowing up the shooting, and I just.
And that's how you do it.
Security needs to be
So,
very, very
let me
tight.
see.
I'm worried about security. Absolutely.
Are you concerned at all about security?
I'm experimenting with the sound,
It's a little bit.
so let me know if it's too loud
But you know what?
in
I
the
know
chat.
somebody in Steelers watches.
Yeah.
God.
Anyway.
And the sentiment of the woman at the end was one echoed by a number of attendees where the
Let's see
fact
here.
that he survived that assassination attempt must have been, in their words, a will of God. And furthermore, there's a lot
Yeah,
of
just the volume.
sentiment here,
Audio.
a lot of excitement about the fact that he lived to survive that attack in Butler, Pennsylvania.
No, you can't.
The sheer number of
It's set.
flags I've
The
seen
audio
that
is set.
posed in with his fist held high, flags, T-shirts, you name it. That is
All right,
something that we had never seen on merchandise, obviously, because it had never happened.
phone.
But the fact
I gotta
that
get
it's
this
such a
shortcut
dominant
open.
theme for supporters. I spoke to someone who's attending their first Trump rally today, who said that in
And
large part
here,
that's because of
I
the
think I
fact
got
that
clues
he
on how to do
survived the
that.
assassination attempt. It certainly has galvanized people who voted for him in the past and supporters of his who might have been on the fence.
Mr. Nate, you're outside the Trump event, which he's had a busy day. He was at the enigma
Let's see.
in Chicago, headed over to Pennsylvania. But on the Democratic side, Pennsylvania's Democratic Governor Josh Shapiro
Add
is
into
a
the
reported frontrunner,
descriptions.
maybe the reported frontrunner to become a
Calling
Harris's
card.
VP network is point, but a lot of signs seem to be pointing that way. Would that make this day harder
Oh
to
yeah.
come to win?
Okay. I remember that.
What's interesting was that was the sentiment not just from political prognosticators, but also from a number of attendees who I spoke with today. And Governor Josh Shapiro won this state by 15 points back in 2022, an extremely wide margin in the number one swing state.
Letters.
And so that there's a very real possibility that if she picks him,
Notes.
that even some of his supporters acknowledge that this is going to be a much tougher race for them to win if he is.
Notice
elected
about
as
lost
the
documents.
presidential nominee. I spoke with Congressman Dan Muser, the Republican in
He's
Pennsylvania.
come by our
who said
temporary
that he
studio
thinks
in
the
the
fact that
basement,
this
if you
race
know
a lot
what their whereabouts.
tougher.
Thank you.
Given that Josh Shapiro
We're gonna look for some of those,
Kamala Harris is running mate.
Notice my quiz. Quiz night. Secret location, only for members.
Yes.
Feeling knowledgeable of? Knowledgeable about?
Difficult.
Try to win the secret quiz club.
The past.
In the hotel.
Candidates have very
Visit the at home or viewer source.
So
Trying trivia nights.
30,000,
Trying?
40,000
Well,
votes.
try finding it in the first place.
We're
To those who
not
find their way to the
what we
hallways of
expected.
wisdom,
We will
we
still
promise an
win
elite quiz
because
which
if
will
he is
challenge
the
your
vice
awareness
president
and perhaps
he's
you
attacking
put
himself
your survival
to one of the
skills
most
to the
failed
test.
presidencies ever.
Exhibition.
A little bit of hint there from the
Exhibition, second floor, elevator,
Republicans are going to start
hotel.
preparing attacks against Kamala
Among
Harris.
many portraits, photographs, sculptures in the collection.
Just arrived at Lorelei, just past
yeah,
the
it's a
York
Durham.
in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Look,
He's expected to
whatever.
give remarks about 15 minutes.
Yes, the
ago.
visitors are
He's
welcome to
at
visit
any
the
moment
exhibit
you're
hall on the
ready for
second
his
floor.
first comments. Chance in this state.
We are proud to currently
being
hosting
nearly
the absorbing
assassinated in a
mixed
rally in
media work called
Pennsylvania.
Lorelei Wide.
Thank you.
As well as our standing showing of
Appreciate that.
the night,
The
the
former
night,
president's also
sports.
weighing in on a new line of attack. from the
Whatever.
left. You have heard it, no doubt. Democrats calling Republicans weird. Trump's
So far, everything's on the second
response
floor.
was a form of like, I'm rubber, you're blue.
Oh,
It's a con job.
backwards.
Just plain weird.
Just
You know who's
where it's
playing
at.
weird? She's playing weird. She's a weird person.
Exhibition.
The
Second
shift
floor.
from Harris now has caused some people to rethink the presidential race. Like, it doesn't recognize this guy. Tens of millions of people.
Have you
News, Joe Rogan, who's the most
taken
popular podcast on
the
Spotify,
challenge
followed by so many people,
knowledge?
especially young men. Yesterday, Rogan made a
And,
prediction about November.
Everybody
Ready?
forever was like, Kamala Harris is the worst vice president. She's the least popular vice president of all time.
SDB.
And then in a moment in time, all of a sudden she's our solution. You really think she's gonna win? I'm saying it because she could. I'm not saying because I think she's going to. I'm not saying because I want her to. I'm just being honest. Like,
Whoa.
I can see her winning.
Right ahead on the race to the top Hamas leader was killed in
W
Tehran. Now,
R
rising tensions in the
Oh,
Middle East
world.
at the White House are
a world
divided the churches to try to keep that conflict between Israel and Hamas from metastasizing into a regional war.
arts. Are you TIR? That's TIR. Oh, TIUB.
Joining us for News.
Portal.
To learn more about this limited time offer,
Nos.
renewal by Anderson.
NOC.
List of home improvements you need to do, and if replacing your home is on that list,
MULIER.
you want to know that it's going to be affordable. I'm convinced by Anderson. And we have thousands
We
of
welcome
customers who are on a
you.
budget
With our windows and doors for their
real
well, here's something you don't expect to hear.
connoisseur
You don't have to upgrade all your windows and doors.
to see it all in the
Windows you can wait on those. And here's something we offer that you don't find with a lot of window companies or contractors. Great financing options.
gallery, the red gallery,
You can
red
have
gallery.
programs that'll probably be more than your cable. With another program, you can get
What's ST?
and not pay you for an entire year. No wonder half of our customers finance. Before we talk about the warranty,
I have no idea.
things you want. Did it sometimes feel like you had to buy the expensive extended warranty to get the good coverage?
Let me see my lost script pages. I think I found a couple. I've seen in my typewriter.
Unlike some other
The
companies.
content has controversial value. Extension for finding all mine. Please deliver them personally to them. Stayed in a room 1963. But it's about fortune telling and method shit.
Rent renewal by Anderson helped put great windows
So, but you
Or July 31st.
I guess, be where he opened the street of the street. So, on the second floor, on the first floor. On his first floor.
Purchase before, and our financing can help you
Notice
with this
about
project.
those two.
With no money down, no monthly payments.
Backyard, sign up for car. Gotta go to the
This
backyard.
offer ends July 31st.
Brave the haunted dark mechanics of the hotel. So that we get the spiritual pass. Our nightly ghost tour is exclusive to our bravest guests. As the old building is home to a wide variety of spirits, good and bad. Most famously, the Countess is said to walk always in search of her eyes, her laser eyes. And who knows, perhaps you will also be able to find and enter the many hidden passages of the store. Please observe the pre-registration, that pre-registration is required, and the children are only allowed in the company of
photography, even sketches,
Let's find the elevator. Elevator is out of service. Apologize for the elevator info. Something there. Oh, elevator info.
News international correspondent
There's nothing there. That's my EMPA. Not Charlie. That's Charlie. That's something. That's
into anarchy. Saturday night at 7.
How's my stuff?
Scripps News.
The how's my stuff?
There's
the dog say I forget what's
Israel Tiny was the
Our
international
mission starts in period correspondence, find the year.
attending the inauguration, the celebration of the Rosewood president. National
Find the
political
year.
authorities Stephanie living in Georgia's right now from the White House.
That's
Stephanie,
pretty
you've seen
clever,
the
like,
action in the past day
like,
in
first
Iran, in Lebanon, in Iraq, involving the U.S. there. How is the Biden campaign and the
Inside.
regional war from
Nearly
breaking out?
116 years back in time. About
Well,
Past
the White House
the
seemingly
Okay, so 116 years from
today,
what?
the White House press
What
briefing
year?
how this conflict expanding
That's what I'm
the
trying to
wider
figure out.
region, but also at the same time saying that it's too early to know exactly
then,
what the impact
1962?
from these last 24 to 48 hours is going to be. We heard from National
Lorelei
Security
Hotel on
Council
January 7th
John
next
Kirby
year.
at a briefing this afternoon, and he said the
63.
Biden administration has not been able to independently confirm the reporting we are getting out of Tehran that the leader of Hamas was
It's
killed
my
and
August
Hamas
Wahlberg.
quick to blame Israel for that airstrike that Israel hasn't commented and
For the eyes of the
has taken
cosmos.
responsibility for that airstrike just yet. But as you mentioned,
So,
concerns
January
are
7th,
certainly brewing that this
1963.
conflict, this escalation is going to get bigger in the region. Kirby stressed in a briefing today that the United States always has
116
readiness and
years back.
capability to expand to any sort of conflict in the Middle Eastern
Inside.
region. But Kirby
Our
said
journey
he's not
116
concerned
years
that
back in
escalation
time.
is
About
imminent.
yeah.
We don't want
Yeah,
to
since
see an
it's-
escalation, and everything we've been doing since the 7th of October, we've been trying to manage that risk. Those risks go up and down every
So
day.
116
They are
years
certainly
from
up right now.
1963.
They don't make the task of de-escalation, deterrence, and dissuasion, which is the goal, any less complicated.
The other question that we don't have the answer to right now, Chance, is what is this going to do with ceasefire talks that were ongoing between Israel and Hamas? Kirby said that we actually have a U.S. team on the ground right now trying to keep those talks
Dimly lit,
moving
but
forward, and the Biden
it's
administration
kind
and
of
the
dimly
president are still hopeful that that they can find some kind
Parts
of
of this
path
game
or
deal with
ceasefire deal
depict
to
sensitive
end the
subjects.
fighting,
Yeah,
to
whatever.
get those hostages back home. But
Controlling the
of
game.
course, we don't know
The
exactly
game
what
uses
that's going to look like
contextual
or when that
control.
might
Only
happen. It has
the
been
most
weeks
common
and
scenarios
months of
are
trying to put together a ceasefire deal for
directional
interview
input.
out
Where
there.
a character walks in the direction you press.
And this man involved
Only the arrow
Stephanie Libergan, live in Washington. Thank you.
Directional input is also used to control the cursor while viewing the
The decision comes after
file.
backlash from the Trump campaign itself.
Buttons pressing any button near an interchange bar with another character, where a character will be able to interact with
Democrats are
the
looking
selection.
to directly to the former President Trump, though,
When the player character is not in the buttons,
saying, I have no idea
pressing
who's
the
behind
button
it.
will allow her
The
to
director to
just
shut down all bans
explore.
in serving the Trump administration. And at least 140 people who worked in the Trump administration also contributed to Project
She comes
2025.
across.
When the audience leaving this
Photographic
program,
memory,
we look at programs that
memory
remember to
possession,
stick with us, scriptures.com,
mental notes,
online, or
personal
if you
history.
want to stay in our lot,
After fighting a fight system,
including speech
bite-sized system,
we
will
talked
also be able
about,
to
we're
access
creating a conversation with Tom with Captain Steve Smith.
Yeah, I have one of these, but
Jake Vance supposed to have
I don't know how to
a
use
more unlimited in our country. We did a wartime president.
saving the game.
What does he mean by that?
Americans protect one another. When
We'll
they're going
find
to
American
stop, Americans
dollars
get tough.
rewards.
If you're
With
driving
dollars
an outlaw
wisely.
vehicle, you need a bulldog.
In and around the hotel you would encounter bolted shortcuts, something that is not required to complete the game, but to make traversal quicker. A hint on how to unlock shortcuts into the hotel.
Can help you save your hard-earned money. You don't
Alright.
want to have to potentially pay thousands
This is
in
very
repairs
carefully
for
for the
vehicle
person wearing
breakdowns.
all
Do
my
it.
speaks.
Do what millions of drivers have done and let
But
CarShield help protect
involved
you
with
from
trade,
getting hit by back-breaking car repair
or
companies.
it's not
All you gotta do
finished.
is call CarShield before your car breaks down. CarShield is a
You might not always have the required knowledge
company
of
offering
puzzle.
you even more for your
Or
money with their
observe
price lock
and make
guarantee.
sure to check
That
your
means
memories.
the price you pay today is the
Which
price
might
you'll
be
pay
valuable
for as
later.
long as you cover your car.
Oh man, what the hell have I got myself into?
And lock in your low pay-as-you-go plan.
Alright.
With a plan through
Anyway,
CarShield, drivers
that's
can
how
get
you play
protection
the
on
game.
transmissions, engines, electronics, and up to 5,000 parts and systems. If one of those systems were to fail, it could cost you
course not.
thousands out of your pocket, unless you call CarShield before breakdown. I now own my thing.
Yeah, you can't use the stone.
I know.
The most required in this game.
Our life as nurses, we just step up and we help people, and it's really nice when somebody steps up and helps us. If
oh, there you
someone
go.
breaks down, CarShield administrators have our back.
And CarShield goes the extra mile by including coast-to-coast 24/7 roadside assistance for flat or damaged tires, lockouts, courtesy towing, and rental
Anyway,
options. If
so-
you're like me, you'll love
Does it
your
show you where you're
car,
at?
and you want to drive
Probably
and
not.
protect your car with a plan from CarShield. And you'll
An arrow there,
like
red
us
arrow.
driving the cars we love. Well, now, I'm protected with a plan through
Parking,
CarShield.
where's
So
the
you
car
can
is at,
function
that's where
on
the,
CarShield now before breakdown.
the billboard for the park or whatever it is.
800-845-7521.
That's the one, go to the side. The side of the caravan.
Still printing with these? Get
Culture. I don't know why I'm keep on looking at
EcoTank comes with up to 2 years of ink. That's enough to print up to 5,000 pages. Switch to EcoTank and save up to $100. That's at EcoTank.com today to switch and save.
Just gotcha. Alright. Let's grab possessions. Got $3. Yeah, see I gotta inspect my size system. Stolen in the gatehouse. Very good condition. Has almost no visible scratches. Very light. ALB Electronics, too. Not for sale, not for resale. Handheld game console, followed by magazine advertisements selection. Two suggested the console would have launched the same year, but the first petrol set
And the rates have changed in Washington overnight, and with 97 days until election day, an unexpected issue vaulted straight to the top of the national debate. Are talented people and to run our country. It was sparked by comments from GOP Vice Presidential candidate J.D. Vance, acting comments plus a few others that were since
spectacles found everywhere from every bill.
2 days ago, Fox News Vance said the Democratic Party has
on with black ink.
anti-family.
Given her
He said this about
stains of red substance.
I also think, just to be a little more concerned about this, I think we have to go more against the anti-child ideology that exists in our country. Not enough people have accepted that if they put their entire life meaning into their credentials, into where they went to school, into what kind of job they have, if you put all of your life meaning into that, you're going to be the sort of person who has women don't have happy children. You're going to be a sad, lonely, pathetic person, and you're going to know it internally, so you're going to project it on the people who have actually built something more meaningful with their lives. I think we have to go to war against that ideology and the people behind it.
Let's get into it with Scripture's political analyst Steve Schmidt tonight. Steve is also the founder of the Substack newsletter and podcast.
Stuff I've already done. Okay, so unlock shortcuts. I gotta find a way. I gotta go up there and padlock in the elevator hallway.
J.D. Vance wants to be a wartime.
Figure that out. The elevator's out of order. Figure that out. Okay.
But they may stay within the script.
But first, we're gonna go.
Steve, war on women.
Well, I'm taking his comments at face value. J.D. Vance wants to assert control over the life decisions of America's women in the most extremist manner that's possible. Now,
let's go to the lobby.
Of this ideology. It is foundational to any fascist cause. This idea that the population and the citizens who are free under the umbrella of the state and exist not to pursue happiness, but to serve the state, that bearing children is a great service to the state, is fundamental to Nazi ideology, the Lebensborn program. This is the idea that animates the kidnapping of thousands of Ukrainian children and indoctrinating them into being Russians, stolen from their lives, incorporated into an apparatus of the state. This has always been a fascistic marker, this belief. This is a man who believes that a beaten woman should stay married for the good of the family. This is a man who believes that a 10-year-old that is made pregnant
that was it? They just gave me
incest.
Gave me a free $1?
To be mandated to carry that pregnancy to term. I have
gave me a free $1.
2 stepchildren, but anybody who chooses not to have children, and I think that on any given moment, right, parents out there in America look at them like the geniuses amongst us, but it's their choice to pursue happiness, to be free. This is not a politician's domain. All
right, now we gotta go
whatsoever
to the hotel
and
find out where.
And given that he's talked about in a most derogatory manner,
how to open the
ambitions to get a credential, become a lawyer or a doctor. Let us remember, this is a man who has reversed himself on every position of meaning so he could obtain a credential. It is most
Dougie, how you doing, Dougie?
And let me just say, in last year,
good Dougie.
It's not over.
Good Dougie.
Look how weird this guy is. This is a very weird thing to say.
Oh, I gotta go save it first.
Weird conversation that those guys were having about women. Like most men don't talk about women. It's extremely weird.
Over here.
Let us set aside the cat lady and sociopath jabs, because I don't know many people that have supported that or said, like, I love that message. But there is a bigger movement, pronatalists is called, to encourage Americans to have children, to make it easier to raise families. People like Mitt Romney supported, pardon me, a fascist or Nazi or whatever. Is this a broader, worthy cause of encouraging people to have families and making it easier when they do?
I don't think that you should stigmatize one group of Americans against a different group of Americans. certainly, you want the human race to exist,
But I picked that
for
up.
us to have posterity. America has a healthy birth rate. The ideology that J.D.
Where is
Vance
this?
is espousing is
Oh,
essentially
okay,
this. White people who are rooted in the blood and soil of the nation, this is what he was alluding to as he did his sweetener intro to blood and soil nationalism, is that there's a duty to replace. So we're not replaced, i.e. the replacement theory that Tucker Carlson frequently talks about, that Peter Thiel and J.D. Vance espouse by the brown and black people who are coming over the border. This is an insidious ideology.
It's outside of here.
We're saying the cost of daycare is too expensive and people should have relief. This has nothing to do with saying that people ought to have a choice to be parents and not have to make that decision because they simply can't afford to have children, can't afford to educate them, can't afford to buy a house where they can live. So all of those issues are legitimate issues and part of politics. But when Viktor Orban talks about this and J.D. Vance talks about it, this is talked about in the context of an ideology that is very sinister, and it's real, and it exists. And I can send you the speeches by Vladimir Putin and Orban and the past speeches. This is not a new ideology, but it's a deeply un-American. And this stuff is as extreme as you get.
I want to make sure we get to BP, but I also should say, Vance would very much contest that.
Okay,
I'm
fine.
And like family, and says that that's absolutely what it is. But in the meantime, Kamala Harris, she's going to be running in very soon. I think the scuttlebutt is it's going to be a governor. They're going to debut in Pennsylvania next week.
Inaudible shouting from the door.
Well, if it's a governor, there's a lot of energy around the Minnesota governor.
There's someone talking in there.
Josh Shapiro
Listen in.
Pennsylvania delivers that state.
You want to change the title to Laser Eyes?
For the Democrats, Kamala Harris has pulled ahead in Wisconsin.
More action.
When you look at this race,
Have you even read what I said to you, Mr. Bob Hamburger?
And of course Arizona.
Is there someone with a soul I can talk to instead?
Mark Kelly is no longer under consideration.
I'm not being rude.
He is the strongest.
If anything, I'm being too polite.
But if it is to be a governor, then it is likely to
Inaudible
be
shouting
Governor
from the door.
All right. Here's his political analyst, Steve Schmidt. As always, good to see you, Steve.
You see,
Good, and on the race, Kamala Harris is all over TikTok right now, everywhere, in part thanks to young voters. So what is it they love so much about the 59-year-old Democratic leader? And last summer, last November,
Each next warning wants to help all Americans orient themselves to the currents that are shaping our daily lives as well as our nation's future. So subscribe to The Warning with Steve Schmidt wherever you listen to your podcasts or on YouTube and Substack.
Whether you're a professional driver or just a fan, vehicle breakdowns are costly. It started tugging.
Started making some real weird noises.
I kept hearing ding, ding, ding.
The last thing I remember is should the engine cut out.
If your check engine light comes on tomorrow, the repair can easily cost thousands.
Here's the transmission.
It's an exhaust
Leak, broken axle, catastrophic failure.
But with Endurance, you could never pay out of pocket for a costly repair again.
They covered a $14,000 engine replacement.
I had a seat sensor that went out. $1,400. Endurance paid it. You had a brand new transmission and you never seen a repair bill. Use any certified mechanic you want. Just bring your car in and Endurance will pay them direct. All major parts are covered. And if you need a rental car, that's covered too. When I need Endurance the most, they were there for me.
Endurance paid right back. No problem, don't worry about it. We'll work it out with the dealership. We'll get you covered.
What I like about Endurance, they don't play games, there's no middleman, they're a solid company. You never know when a breakdown can strike and you need coverage you can count on.
Without Endurance, a broken AC unit can cost over $800.
Transmission over $3,000, and engine over $4,000. If I didn't have endurance, I would have paid over $7,000 out of pocket to repair my vehicle. Something is going to break down. Make endurance pay for it.
With endurance, your car repair costs go way down, while your car's life expectancy goes way up, allowing you to drive more and pay less.
Imagine never fearing a check engine light or a car that won't start, or a simple trip to the auto shop for an oil change again. The check engine light came on the vehicle. I thought, oh my gosh, what's this going to cost me? And he said, ma'am, you're covered. I mean, what can you say? Hallelujah. With endurance, you've got coverage that can keep thousands in your pocket.
One claim alone saving more than $4,000.
How do you open up the...
And that is $3,500 that I've kept in my pocket.
shortcut?
They've saved over $2,000, and that's just so hard. So, who's going to pay for your next car repair? You or endurance?
Whether you put 10,000 or 100,000 miles a year on your car, if it's less than 20 years old, Endurance has you covered with unlimited miles. Plus, your plan covers 24/7 roadside assistance anywhere in the country. All right now to get $300 off any plan, plus a full year of our top tier elite benefits, a $2,000 value free. And all Endurance plans come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Well, you have to act now. Call 1-833-496-5707. That's 1-833-496-5707.
Lime green, rat silver, and coconut trees over in Kamala
Okay, minus 100 and what?
is fully wading into TikTok's hottest trend right now. Kamala Harris, and it's working with many Gen Z voters. In turn, they made some appearances with quotes like falling out of a coconut tree, into boom songs, volunteer boots on the ground, money rolling in. Harris calls young adults key to her success. So, we should keep that momentum going. We have an expert, Gen Z voice in the House tonight, luckily, Jack Lavelle, because again, Jack is the National Press Secretary of the group Voters of Tomorrow, a Gen Z-led nonprofit that works to engage their constituents. So Jack, that rally last night in Atlanta, that was very much not a Joe Biden rally. It was rockets. Megan Thee Stallion was rapping, this young white guy with Biden rapping along to Not Like Us. What in the water?
Young people are genuinely excited about the potential Harris presidency. We are excited about the things that Vice President Harris promises to deliver for us, restoring reproductive rights, delivering climate action, and ending the gun violence epidemic, things on which she's led throughout her entire career. And we believe in her vision.
Okay, so you're not just relieved, you're genuinely excited about it.
I don't think you could feel any other emotion except for excitement when watching the rally yesterday. I felt the energy, and I was at home. Georgia is fired up. It's a key state. It's where we had our summit over the weekend, where hundreds of young people from across filled an auditorium, and we actually saw virtual remarks from Vice President Harris. That's among the first indications that she is investing in young voters as part of her victory in November.
Let's talk about some other indicators, because Voters of Tomorrow is the skin in the game. How does this show up in talking volunteers, donations?
I need to go to the specialist.
Yeah, on Sunday, the day we endorsed Vice President Harris for president, we had our best day of fundraising ever, raising $125,000 from grassroots donors in all 50 states. And then over the next 3 days, we saw more applications to join our chapters than we had in the 2 months previously. We've also seen youth voter registration skyrocket. Vote.org had 38,500 new people register to vote in the 2 days after Vice President Harris's announcement, and over half of those were under 35. These are real indications that it's not just me, it's not just coconut tree, it's not just brat. People are genuinely excited, and they're also getting involved, and that is the formula to having record high youth voter turnout in November.
Do you like the brat stuff? Because she's not in the Pokemon Go to the polls territory, but the cool factor can be a fickle level, you know?
Well, the good part is she's embracing it, but she's not forcing it. This is authentic. This is 16, 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds making these memes because they're excited about a Harris presidency. It's not Kamala HQ that's pushing this. It is real, it is genuine, and that's how you win elections. It's with genuine excitement. It's with people getting involved. It's with people excited about the future that the candidate promises. And in this case, we are optimistic about Vice President Harris, her long career delivering for young people, and the promises that she's made. And the next few months are going to be a lot. We have a lot of work to do. Voters of Tomorrow is committed to contacting young voters 20 million times in the lead up to the election. But we're going to put in the work, and that's why we're going to win.
There's something like the voters, does that even register with young people like Gen Z?
It does, and we've seen Donald Trump strike down efforts at bipartisan border relief. Donald Trump is an agent of chaos, like the far right. He appreciates wars. He appreciates when people don't have access to health care. He appreciates fear and fear-mongering and scapegoating undocumented immigrants. Gen Z instead chooses common sense. We choose empathy. Vice President Harris resonates with a lot of those values, and that's why young people are excited about her and instead reject Trumpism and his Project 2025 agenda.
Jack, I'm sorry to bring up Hillary Clinton again, but I'm kind of flashing back to Hillary Clinton at the time. They called them the sisterhood of the traveling pantsuits. Kind of just me, kind of like, oh, I don't know what a hold this up. And I wonder, what is different in 2024? Why does a 59-year-old woman in pantsuit and needles excite young people?
Well, I was pretty young. This is the first presidential election which I could vote, so I was a little too young to really register in 2016. But I can tell you, young people are excited because Vice President Harris has overseen the first ever White House Office of Gun Violence Prevention. She's toured the country engaging Gen Z in the fight for reproductive rights. She cast a tie-breaking vote on the largest ever climate action investment. Young people have seen her deliver for us time and time again, and she's also a fun person. That doesn't hurt, it helps. We appreciate the energy that she brings to the stage. We appreciate Stallion and Quavo are out campaigning for her, and it almost seems more like a concert than a political rally because it's fun. That's how you bring in people into the fold who haven't really been involved in the past, and that's how you achieve high voter turnout, is by engaging people who maybe haven't voted in previous elections and maybe weren't planning to vote this election. But that's why I'm so optimistic about the coalition we're building. That's why Voters of Tomorrow is seeing record donations, record volunteer involvement, and record youth voter registration.
It's gonna be.
I don't have TikTok, but I do like the cooking videos. Real quick, so then we gotta go. What do you like for VP? What do you think? Yes. Well, Vice President Harris has prioritized a lot of Gen Z's issues, and so she's going to use those as a criteria to screen an VP candidate. We're optimistic that she's going to choose the right person. Okay. Write me an email, tell me a real name. National Guard Secretary for the group Voters of Tomorrow, Jack Lobel. Thank you for being with us again. We'll be right back.
At the end of the day,
That's
stories. What you want to know about the news is what happens next.
I'm Lisa Giorgio, with our studio in Missoula, Montana, and this is America Tonight.
Swedish News takes you ahead of the headlines.
We're reading between the lines here.
Understand how the news you see today
What kind of help is there to them?
will affect all of us tomorrow.
What's your response to that?
America Tonight with Marisa Giorgio. Tonight at 8/7 Central, only on Scripps News.
Hi, my name is Damian Clark.
Yes, no.
And if you have both Medicare and Medicaid, I have some really encouraging news that you'll definitely want to hear. Depending on the plans available in your area, you may be eligible to get extra benefits with the Humana Medicare Advantage Dual Eligible Special Needs Plan. All these plans include a Healthy Options Allowance, a monthly allowance to help pay for eligible groceries, utilities, rent, and over-the-counter items, like vitamins, amulets, first aid supplies, and more. The Healthy Options Allowance is loaded onto a prepaid card each month, and whatever you don't spend carries over from each month. Other benefits on these plans include free rides to and from your medical appointments. You pay nothing for covered prescriptions all year long.
Any man said
All
he.
plans have dental coverage, which includes 2 free cleanings a year, fillings, and a yearly exam.
They also have vision coverage, including vision exams and a yearly allowance towards eyewear, such as lenses or contacts, and hearing coverage, which includes routine hearing tests and coverage for hearing aids.
Recurring themes of gambling news, comment about cards,
and other routine
1960
and in-network retail pharmacies.
technique.
Plus your doctor
And put it up.
and pharmacy will already be part of our large Humana network.
Kind of there's no surprise.
So call the number on your screen now.
It's magic in the cards.
Would you love benefits like a monthly allowance?
My first childhood friend, Dino.
Utilities,
Things with cards that I have never seen since.
So if you have Medicare and Medicaid, call the number on your screen now and speak with a licensed Humana sales agent. If you're eligible, they can even help enroll you over the phone.
He was good
in a
with
Humana
tricks.
Medicare Advantage, dual eligible.
Dino. Il Bruto.
So call
A
now.
horrible gambler.
Humana.
He never realized that in order to win, you have to cheat. He was a simple boy who relied on luck. The game is rigged. Cheating is part of the game. Right.
Playing with these, don't get cartridge.
Don't get cartridge.
Cartridge free Epson EcoTank. No more spending big bucks on tiny expensive cartridges.
EcoTank comes with up to 2 years of ink. That's enough to print up to 5,000 pages. Switch to EcoTank and save up to $100. Visit EpsonEcoTank.com today to switch and save.
Just gonna check.
Just want you to know we have not forgotten, and we are still waiting. Donald Trump is going to be taking the stage in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, any minute now. He's running a bit behind. He was in Chicago.
And I was going to the second floor now.
They're playing Phantom of the Opera and Lars Springsteen and the music, and our new greet is outside, so we'll keep
American
you
Dollar?
posted.
Where? Oh, there it is.
It does not matter where you live. You probably got the text from an unknown number that
Books
starts out,
about
"Hi, I'm a
language.
campaign volunteer." Yes.
Useful Latin phrases.
John, yeah, but they want your help. Here's the odds. Forward descriptions towards spoken people who are getting the messages.
Abimo Pectori. From the deepest chest, i.e. from the bottom of my heart.
Messages may not be coming in quite like that.
Yes, I'm a real person.
Ars longa
But as
vita
sure as there's
brevis.
an election in November, the messages have been coming in hot.
Really weird, because normal people would be
Ari
like, yes, I'm a real
Sacra
That was
Wow,
what confused
Thomas.
me right off the bat.
Cursed hunger for gold.
Here with political opinion, research with a poll about the.
Right like a philosopher, the Greek alphabet.
That's gotta wait.
Some people don't mind that.
Like, that's bothering me too
Upsilon.
much. They gotta get their name out there.
The beta, and kappa, which is kappa, the phi, the beta, and the kappa.
I have much from New Mexico.
Lambda.
I live in New Mexico.
A common question we got here in Wyandotte, how did they get my number? So we took that question to Eastern Michigan University political science professor Jeff Bernstein.
Phi,
There
beta.
is so much information out there about you in the public domain that people can grab.
Bernstein says data and modern technology has helped spread and share that information. Why do we get that?
There's power in
International
repetition. And I think
cartography.
that's why a lot of times campaigns are just
English,
keep
north,
repeating the
southwest,
message.
east,
Bernstein
northwest,
says you can
northeast,
opt out and
southwest,
get on no
southeast.
call list. But as long as you keep sharing your information online
North,
or in
south, east,
stores,
west.
people will continue
North,
to have
south, west,
access.
east.
It's difficult to cut all of
English.
that.
Our information is so regularly
French.
sold off, and that
I
privacy
don't know
is
what
no
that is.
longer a
Italian?
factor for most citizens.
Reporting Wyandotte,
Denmark?
Christiana Ford.
Swedish.
And, you know,
Norse.
I was my first time was selling
Yes, Spanish, I guess. Norte, Sur, that's Spanish. Espanol. EO. Euro Oriental.
We are traveling the ingredients to prepare sometimes
In Portuguese. Norte, Oeste. Okay.
Well, the DNC is an early virtual
Alright.
candidate for president. And you're looking at Kamala Harris is the only candidate who qualifies to see
I guess you just walk around. Number puzzles. TikTok. Timekeeping system. Counting with rolling numbers. Oh, this should be interesting. Welcome to. Your shortcut is to bring this collection of my original number card books. Notebooks range from beginners. Each puzzle can always be answered with a number between 0 and 99. And our own spiritual challenge to your very selves. This book will both obtain and train your intellect. Good luck. About the art. 200 books on puzzles, 50,000 brain teasers and riddles. He's the director of the Puzzle Association of Denmark. His puzzles have been published in all editions. Puzzle number 1, can you find a hidden number? Hidden number.
There are 97 days until election day.
Maybe
That
5.
is the race tonight. I think we will just again also waiting on the first time back.
I can't see this. Can't find the hidden number. Well, there's no way out of that maze. There's no way in of the maze either. So it's not a maze. They're all dead ends. Four?
If you're 58.5, an important message about security.
Would the hit number be 4?
So you can call your fish. The one we're talking about isn't the one you're doing.
North, south, east, plus, plus. Which number is it behind the black bar?
Your rate can never go up at any time for any reason.
33 north, 33 south.
But you can get a lifetime rate lock from Colonial Penn.
Oh man, I think I just got myself in more than I bargained. It's more like for a men's up person who would like to play. Puzzle number 3. Which number is the symbol to the right?
Act now. Your rate will be locked in for life. It will never increase. Guaranteed.
Negative 63, 5.
Never be canceled as long as you pay your premiums. Guaranteed.
Oh, that's 51.
Your acceptance is guaranteed.
80.
But we don't have questions. You cannot be turned down because of your health. Call for your information and
that's
read
a
about
5.
the lock for yourself. You'll also get a free beneficiary link. All for free.
That's a
No
20.
obligation. Don't miss out.
That's an 80.
Call for information, then decide. Read about the 30-day 100% money back guarantee. Don't wait. Call this number.
Call now. You'll also get this free beneficiary guide. Use this valuable guide to record important information and your final wishes. And it's yours free just for calling. So don't wait. Call 1-800-440-9900 for your free
So what's
information.
that number?
That's 1-800-440-9900. There's no risk or
I have
obligation.
no idea.
That number again is 1-800-440-9900. That's 1-800-440-9900.
Puzzle number 4. What number should go in the last shape? Oh man, I have definitely fucked up trying to play this game. Yeah, no way I'm gonna be able to play this game. 83, 50, 49. Hell if I know what's fucking number in the last shape. Puzzle number, doesn't even know what puzzle number this is. Which number is it behind the question mark? 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 126, okay. That one was easy. Puzzle number 6. Equals 35. L equals. Which number is it behind the bar? It's E plus L is equals 135. L is 30? Yeah, that would be 30.
The Pentagon says 3 of the 5 September 11 defendants have reached a plea agreement with the prosecutors. It includes Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, the alleged mastermind behind the attacks. There's no information on the terms and conditions of the deal, All 5 alleged conspirators have been held at the U.S. detention center in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, since 2006.
No,
The
130.
case faced repeated delays and no trial date was ever set. Plans for a ceasefire to end the war in Gaza now seem less likely than before following yet another high-profile assassination. Hamas says its political leader was killed overnight
Number
in a
7.
targeted Israeli airstrike
What
in
is the
Iran.
least amount of
Iran
turns
is blaming
needed to
Israel for the
reach the
deadly
X?
attack and is vowing to retaliate.
The least
Israel
amount
has
of
not
turns
claimed or denied
needed to reach the
responsibility,
X.
but Israel's prime minister
The
acknowledges
least
there could
amount
be
of
more violence
turns
to come.
needed to reach the X.
The enigma
The least amount of turns needed to reach the X. Oh man.
We are ready
What
for
we got
any
there?
scenario.
So
We are
here,
prepared.
code you.
there,
Right now, the U.S. is not saying much about the Hamas leader's reported assassination. The White House says it does not have reliable
there,
information
up
regarding the
there,
attack.
across there,
We are in a
there.
position to confirm the reports coming out of Tehran. I see the statement that Hamas
So
put
we
out.
go straight
I can't
down.
confirm or verify, we have no independent confirmation.
The Hamas leader's death came just hours after Israel killed Hezbollah's senior military commander during a targeted strike in Lebanon. Tonight, there are concerns both deaths could lead to increased violence in the region. The Biden administration is
Least amount of
making a
turn.
investment in efforts to restore
That's
stability in
1,
Haiti.
2,
The U.S. is providing more than $300 million in military-grade equipment and support for
5,
troops.
6,
There, to help the
7,
nation
8,
police battle gangs
9,
whose power and
10,
violence have
11,
reached unprecedented levels. Scripps News
12,
International
13,
leads that
14,
we on the ground in the
15,
capital for Prince
16,
Raheem reporting on the human toll of
17,
these anarchy
18,
agents now in
19,
Washington, D.C. Jason, how
20.
dangerous is it there for everyday Haitians at this point?
And then I guess there would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4. What is X plus Y plus Z? X plus Y plus Z. It's X, Y, Z. 5 and 6 and 2 and 1 and 6 and 4 and 1 and 3 and 5 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 6 and 6 and 6, 2 and 3.
All of the capitalistic broken down.
Puzzle number 9. And not the God shape of 8 doors. The door to the north is marked 0 with red paint. Someone has scratched away the writing on all southern doors. 2 other northern facing doors are marked 5 to 15. The door to the west is marked 270. The door to the east is marked 211. Which number is it behind the black bar? So number 10. What is X plus Y? I have no idea. So number 11, 1960, 1691, 61, 81, 9, 1909. Which number is it behind the black ball? Puzzle number 12. What is square square diamond minus square diamond square plus diamond square? And the minus. Number 13. What is y minus x? Yeah. Puzzle number 14. Which number is hidden behind the black bar? On 4916. 4916. Well, is this, that's why, I think. 14916. Yeah, okay. Two numbers, okay. Got it. Find out. Puzzle number 15. Puzzle number 15. I walked on floors of germanium. Before me were 3 crosses and 2 columns. A guard asked me for the code. I called Agatha's detective for a hint. but he had moved to another country. The guard told me that if I was wise, I would count my teeth. What is yes. Puzzle number 16. Yeah? Each number should go in the bottom shape. First of all, those are letters. One of them is a number. It could all be letters, that could be a B. Puzzle number 17. A strange man walks into a cafe. He wears a black suit and sunglasses. He sat down by your table and whispers, "I have a message for you. Meet me here for breakfast. 210 degrees after. You know the number. Yes." He then quickly leaves. What number did the strange man? I have one. Oh shit. Which number is in the underlined sentence?
And happening now, former President Trump holding a rally in Harrisburg.
Which number is it?
The first time back in the state since the assassination attempt against him. We want to take some time to listen.
Okay, this one should be easy to figure out.
They're doing really well now. They're making it. They're going to
So
be
you
fine.
got 1,
I
2,
think maybe
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5. All the numbers are 5. Yeah, it should be easy to fix. Maybe out. If my left hand, in my left hand, I have half of the total amount of points I have. In my right hand, I have half the amount of what I have in my left hand. The rest, 6 points, are hidden away in my hat. How many points do I have? Okay, the amount of gold all I have in my left hand is half the total amount I have. So, my right hand,
I want to thank our friend Mike for one of the mentions there because he's pretty well known. And he came up to me and said, would it be okay if I presented
the rest, 6
for his
points.
wife and family with a check? And I said, yeah,
Okay, I should be able to figure this one out.
Okay.
Puzzle number 20.
$1 million.
8, Lorenzo, 5,
Thank you, Dan.
which number is hidden behind the black bar?
In addition, we have a GoFundMe
Might be able to
that's,
figure this one out.
it's really been great.
And that's it. Okay, out of 20 puzzles, I can only figure out about 3 of them.
So, and you know what?
Unlike the 12-hour system, the superior 24-hour clock system is divided 24 hours time from midnight to midnight. For example, it's midnight, 24 is 14 minutes past 8.
No, it's a great family, he was a great man, he was a great man. He
It's 47 minutes past 6.
But,
47
we will
minutes
carry
past
Corey's
6.
spirit of love and devotion and patriotism with us for all time, and we will never forget Corey or his beautiful
2014 is
family.
14 minutes past 8.
Yeah,
I know that.
We've known
So,
those
what
times.
Counting with Roman numerals.
Holy great Pennsylvania.
Uses certain symbols. I, V, X, L. Yeah, this is just L. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, so that's 4 puzzles I can figure out. Okay.
Thank you very much, David.
One has to read. For example, IX is 9, 10 minus 1, BI is 6, 5 plus 1. Yeah, okay. Smart numbers, for example.
It's a beautiful thing. In the wake of this heinous attack, we gather tonight more determined than ever. Our resolve is unbroken. And our words, money, church, nothing will stop us on our mission to make America great again. Nothing's gonna stop us.
That's 10 plus 2.
Front row Joe's over here. Front row Joe's over here.
Alright.
They've been to 212 events.
Strobogrammatics. A strobogrammatic number is a rotationally symmetric ambigram.
They love us and we love them.
What the fuck that means?
Thanks, everybody.
A strobogrammatic number is a rotationally symmetric ambigram. When written with most standard characters, a strobogrammatic number can be rotated 180 degrees and appear the same. Numbers like 8, 11, 69, and so on are all examples of strobogrammatic numbers. Recent strobogrammatic year was 1881 and 1960. The next is far away than 1609.
I just can't do that. I can't do it. We do telephone systems and we do lots of little things like that. We'd like to take over the telephone system of the United States. I'm sorry, I can't do that. But unlike her, I cannot be bought and I cannot be controlled. I have no interest in that. My only loyalty is to you people. And you know that. I could have taken an ATV knife. I could be in a nice place right now relaxing, watching the waves breaking. But I'd rather be right here in Harrisburg.
Oh, that's the basement.
People that built our country. The people that built our country.
$1. $1.20.
Like saying that, but you are.
That was former President Donald Trump speaking in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
$6.
This was his first time back in the state after the attempt on his life.
I gotta figure out if I need to buy.
Father Corey Harrisburg, who was killed by gunfire at that rally with
nothing on this
enormous
way.
silence, and after going ahead and turning to, the campaign and going after Vice President Kamala Harris. Now, coming up, interest rate cuts are on the table. The latest from Federal Reserve policy meeting is coming up next, and we can get the latest updates on all of today's top stories. And threats. We'll be right back.
Wash hands. Don't wash hands.
At the Consumer Cellular, we pride ourselves in giving you the exact same nationwide coverage as the leading carriers, dropped in half the cost. But don't worry,
Alright.
we got a lot more than that to go for us. Like this beautiful store in Arizona, for example. It's the perfect place where we can tell you a little bit more about our phones and how they can become your phones. You get it? We really got it. We have the top smartphones from all the major companies. If it's state-of-the-art cameras you want, the space-age metal housing, we got it.
No, run the break. What do I do? I gotta...
We got flip phones like the Iris Flip. If you're someone who doesn't need that combo show and just wants something simple, even at the watches. No matter what device you choose, you'll never know that your data needs changing. With our Smart Clips feature, you don't have to sweat. Like say you're on a road trip out west, and then you're using a bunch of data. We can simply flip you up the next data tier for as little as $5. And then, when you get home, you can press right back down with no penalty, so you only pay for what you actually need.
But Consumer Cellular, you get the exact same nationwide coverage as the leading carriers for up to half the cost.
I know what you're thinking. What about I have one of these amazing stores in my town? Can I get these phones sent to me?
Yes, you can.
Well, I'll work with your customer service, help me switch over. Or I want $15 to make my own family plan.
Of course they will.
Easy.
Easy.
See that tower right there? It's a beauty. And there are thousands more like it, working hard for me and you. It's flying 5G coverage to this beautiful nation of ours. We know how important coverage is. And that's why we offer a risk-free guarantee. If you're not satisfied within 30 days of activation, you can pay nothing. Oh, look.
New customers save $50 when you sign up today. Call 1-840-839. Find us in the market or visit consumercellular.com to switch today.
She knows what she's talking about. Pick up the phone. Look at you. You're doing everything you can to get your work right. exercising and eating right. Choose by human on your side too. With a healthy lifestyle, citrus
There's blood on the ground.
is 2 times more effective at promoting normal blood pressure. Which
A lot of early sketches in this.
blood pressure support that is easy and convenient. In a leading clinical study,
Symmetric design, estimated project cost, 1 module cost was 10.
Double your potential with Superbeats R2's
Lot of design
just 2 delicious pomegranate juices a day for rapid oxide production, healthy blood pressure, blood flow, and healthy energy. Plant-based and gluten-free. What are you waiting for? Join the millions of people that have put Superbeats blood pressure support supplements to the test. Get a 3-month supply plus
Architect.
at superbeats.com.
Legends Architect. Malmo Services.
Interest rate cuts may soon be on the table. That's just one of the key takeaways from today's Federal Reserve policy meeting. Right now,
Modular room design.
3-year high. Borrowing costs for mortgages, car loans, and credit cards are unaffordable for many people. National correspondent Benjamin Shania joins us now live with a lot of attention on this matter. So what more can you tell us?
Yeah, well, we know from the Fed today that the interest rate is staying the same. However, on the table is a possible rate increase as soon as September, and while that is good news for borrowers, experts that I spoke to caution that any next move by the Fed.
Yeah, right, it don't make sense. Reclamation. Recalculate.
Oh, I
9, 18 or 81?
remaining at a 23-year high. The Fed chair
It's 9 to be 81, 9 by 81, or it would be 6 by 18.
And the job market moderates. It would be the first kind of
This is something that the market has been looking forward to for a very long time.
Surreal, which leads research and investment strategy for innovative capital management.
9 by 81, 6 by 18.
Cooling jobs market are creating conditions favorable to warrant a rate cut.
We're seeing we came back to normal.
A cut, Urban said, will benefit consumers, especially those wanting to take out loans for big purchases like a car or house. So the Fed's decision on
Delivered to
interest
report cost
rates
decline.
impact mortgage rates, they do work in tandem. A rate cut could help out the stagnant housing market.
All those homeowners who locked in their 3% mortgage rates during the pandemic are in no hurry to get another mortgage at 7%, and that's really frozen the housing market.
After the sudden disruption of the pandemic, the Fed's been meticulous in trying to rebalance while attempting to avoid a recession. The next move, Urban believes, will be no different.
We're not just going to drop a percent or two over a couple months. It's going to be a slow stair step down.
And when we took a look at how this may impact the real estate market, a Bankrate just did a survey of 1,000 current homeowners, and 47% of them say they would need to see mortgage rates fall below 4% to be comfortable purchasing a new home, right? Things are quite stagnant right now. People, like we said in the story, don't want to let go of that level of mortgage rate. So folks who want to upgrade their home from their starter home, folks that want to get that first starter home, anxiously awaiting the next decision by the Fed.
Yep, Vanessa Shania, thank you so much. Now coming up, new data shows nearly half of dementia cases could be prevented. The risk factors experts say you should know about to help stop the disease. And we want to hear from you. Give us a call on our Scripps News viewer hotline. It is toll free at 1-833-4-SCRIPPS. You can share your comments, your story ideas with us anytime. We'll be right back.
American Tonight with Maritza Georgiou. Tonight at 8, only on Scripps News.
Ready to party? I'm talking about Jackpot Party, the leading free-to-play mobile slot game that always gives you more. Download Jackpot Party for free and get a 45 million coin bonus. Jackpot Party, a party in every spin.
Americans protect when the going gets tough. Americans get tougher. And if you're driving an out-of-warranty vehicle, you need a bulldog in your corner before you have a breakdown. That's where CarShield comes in. CarShield has one simple mission, and that's to protect Americans from the high cost of car repairs. CarShield can help you save your hard-earned money. You don't want to have to potentially pay thousands in repairs from vehicle breakdowns, do you? Do what millions of drivers have done and let CarShield help protect you from getting hit by back-breaking car repair costs. All you gotta do is call CarShield before your car breaks down. CarShield is America's #1 auto protection company, offering you even more for your money with their price lock guarantee. That means the price you pay today is the price you'll pay for as long as you cover your car. Call to get your free quote and lock in your low pay-as-you-go plan now. With a plan through CarShield, drivers can get protection on transmissions, engines, electronics, and up to 5,000 parts and systems. If one of those systems were to fail, it could cost you thousands out of your pocket, unless you call CarShield before breakdown.
I now own my dream car, but with CarShield, I know that I am safe. Our life as nurses, we just step up and we help people, and it's really nice when somebody steps up and helps us. If our car breaks down, CarShield administrators have our back.
And CarShield goes the extra mile by including coast-to-coast 24/7 roadside assistance for
un animal terrible.
lockouts, courtesy towing, and rental companies.
A terrible animal.
You'll love your car, and you'll love to drive. They'll protect your car with a plan from CarShield. They help keep Americans like us driving the cars we love. Call now. I'm protected with a plan through CarShield, and you can be too. Call CarShield now before a breakdown happens.
Call 800-845-7521. 800-845-7521.
Like a time, a new part of your routine, or a moment for you, can come together to make big changes for your weight loss, hair loss, anxiety, and more. Get a personalized treatment plan 100% online at forhers.com.
Order.
Information seems to be permanently out of Washington. Scripps News
Another one.
national correspondent Jason Winnie.
Stand control territory.
Reporting. This is from the
They're shooting up now. All right, look out. They're shooting down that way.
Haiti, Descent into Anarchy, Saturday night at 7/6/04 from Scripps News.
5 million people.
There's a hole in the forehead of the skull.
There are 10 million new cases, but new research says nearly half of those new dementia
Put Sam behind it.
can be prevented. Experts named 14 factors to reduce the risk of developing dementia.
Search something into the focus
in
for you.
Los Angeles with more Lindsay. I mean, this sounds very significant. So many people affected by this. What else did the research find?
Well, the research, Lauren, found that globally dementia-related costs are estimated to be more than $1 trillion. That's every year. And this research just presented today has found these 14 different risk factors that at a population level, beginning in childhood, we could address to prevent or delay dementia.
There are 57 million people
Why would I want to put a tampon in the hole?
that's according to the National Institutes of Health. That number is expected to almost triple by 2050. And they studied nearly half of those cases can be prevented or delayed by focusing on 14 risk factors starting in childhood. The report, conducted by 27 world-leading dementia experts, says risk factors include lower levels of education, hearing impairment, high blood pressure, smoking, obesity, depression, physical inactivity, diabetes, excessive alcohol consumption, traumatic brain injury, air pollution, and social isolation, adding high cholesterol and vision loss as newly identified risk factors for dementia. The authors say that LDL, or bad cholesterol, and vision loss were connected to 9% of dementia cases.
There may be, a lot that we can do to reduce dementia risk, both individually and at societal level, which is a hopeful message for all of society.
The report offers a set of guidelines for patients and doctors to help prevent and better manage dementia, like using head protection in contact sports and reducing vascular risk, like diabetes and obesity. The commission says that being vigilant in addressing these risk factors is key, adding that the earlier in life we reduce the risk for dementia, the better.
And some solutions might just be getting your ears checked at the office. Now, this report was presented this afternoon at a medical conference on Alzheimer's. Another big finding out of that conference today. Swapping just 6 ounces of red meat, Lauren, with a serving of nuts or legumes, beans, instead, that can drop dementia risk by 20%.
All right, Lindsay Feast in Los Angeles reporting, giving us all this latest information. Thank you very much. Now, Boar's Head is recalling 7 million additional pounds of deli meat over listeria concerns. The recall includes meats meant to be sliced at grocery store deli counters and some pre-packaged
I got $9.
71 products are included.
Okay, let's spend
in the
$1.
last 6 weeks. Customers with the recall products should throw them out.
See what I get for it.
Also clean thoroughly. Listeria can cross-contaminate other foods and surfaces. The CDC says the outbreak has killed 2 people and hospitalized 34 others across 13 states. The CDC has announced a new initiative to offer flu vaccines to farm workers impacted by the bird flu. The plan calls for a $10 million investment to stop the spread of the bird flu. 13 workers across the country have contracted the infection. Health officials say they are worried about what could happen if people were infected with the bird flu and the seasonal flu at the same time. Seasonal flu shots do not protect against bird flu, and officials warn there is a risk.
Well, that might be interesting to have all of those.
I'm Lauren Magalino. Thanks for joining us. For the audience leaving us right now, your local programming is up next. And remember, you can watch us on the go with the Scripps News app on your phone. Just scan the QR code on your screen to download our app. And if you're staying with us, America on the Docket is up next. Tonight on the docket, Carolyn Brooks will speak with Chris Dunn, a Missouri man who was wrongly convicted of murder and was released from prison yesterday. Dunn was convicted in 1991 of the murder of a teenager. 9 days ago, a circuit court judge tossed the conviction and ordered his immediate release. But Missouri Attorney General kept that from happening by filing an appeal. This is a Wednesday evening, and the final legal barrier was removed. Dunn, now a free man. That interview, 1 day after his release, begins in less than 3 minutes, right here on Scripps News.
For 2 weeks, now it's $1,500. Did you learn smoke on the water? Broke her pinky. Pulled her groin. Glued it to the table. Well, interesting. She even speak a word of Spanish.
Lo siento, ¿qué dice?
Really?
En solo 15 minutos al día.
Start learning today.
If you want to take your bathroom from this to this, keep watching and see how we totally transform bathrooms from grimy, old, and dingy to absolutely beautiful in as little as 1 day. And it's affordable.
I cannot stand my bathroom anymore. Running my neighbor's old, completely outdated shower just puts me in a bad mood. So I finally decided to do something about it and called Bath Concepts. They're coming out today to rip out my old shower and transform my bathroom. All I had to do is make one quick phone call. Bath Concepts handles everything. They came right out to my house, gave me a free price quote and free 3D design so I could see what my new shower was.
We're heading to another homeowner to replace their old, outdated shower with a Concepts high-tech polymer system. It's not only stunning to look at, but also mold and mildew resistant. We come in, replace the old shower in as little as 1 day, and we're really excited to share the process with you because the result is always incredible.
Call 800-540-5186 and let Bath Concepts take your bathroom from nothing to yes in as little as 1 day. Plus, call right now and get special financing for $0 down and 0 interest for 18 months.
Bath Concepts really did it. My new shower is gorgeous. I can't believe you were able to do this within our budget and as well as 1 day. Thank you, Bath Concepts.
You don't have to live with a bathroom you hate. You really can afford the bathroom of your dreams, and even better. Call us now. You can have a brand new bathroom like that.
Call 800-540-5186. Bath Concepts Custom, non-porous, high-tech polymer products are made in the USA and backed by a limited lifetime warranty. Call now to schedule your free in-home consultation and get your free quote and free 3D design, plus special financing for $0 down and 0 interest for 18 months. Don't wait. Call 800-540-5186. 800-540-5186.
Tonight on the docket, he served more than 30 years in prison for a murder he didn't commit. His conviction was overturned, but it wasn't case closed until now. Tonight, we hear from Chris Dunn, 24 hours after being freed from prison. Plus, they sell you tickets to sport events and concerts. But is StubHub also selling you a scam? That's what prosecutors allege in a new lawsuit. And death by firing squad? Yup, it's now legal in South Carolina.
Should I or should not?
It starts right now. Welcome to America on the Docket. I'm Carolyn Brock. The popular online sharing platform StubHub is now facing legal action. Washington, D.C.'s Attorney General has accused the company of utilizing deceptive and unfair pricing practices and violating consumer protection laws. National Correspondent Grossman explains.
As consumers, we've come to expect fees that are tacked on to the original price of a good.
Having like 1,000 children to see
industry now, one attorney general is
that's pretty happy, dude.
Just ticket resellers.
Considering you're all covered in blood.
Exploitative pricing scheme. The Chicago White Sox are in the midst of a franchise record 16-game losing streak. Aptly, ticket prices.
Please forgive my absence.
The Kansas City Royals were priced on reseller StubHub at a meager $6.
I had some matters I needed to discuss with the Americans.
How these fees are charged is at the core of the lawsuit filed Wednesday by Washington, D.C.'s Attorney General, claiming StubHub's practice of hiding mandatory fees until the end of the purchase process is deceptive and
Facts about the reps and the reps.
The Better Business Bureau says she can't comment on the lawsuit itself, but says before you purchase
first thing first, senorita.
make sure you understand what each fee is for.
You must above all get to know this house.
Along the lines of,
After all, it is your art that will rebel or reveal all its secrets and memories.
Before forcing them through a
This
burdensome
is
purchase
crucial to the
process,
project.
only then to reveal a checkout total much higher than the advertised price, claiming it's all done intentionally. McGovern says fees are all too common, so it's important to comparison shop with fees
You
in
would
mind.
excuse me.
In a statement to Scripps News, StubHub said, quote,
Raindrops
StubHub
fall,
is
man.
committed to creating a transparent, secure, and competitive marketplace to benefit consumers, adding, it's
Call me
disappointing
on
in the
my
Attorney
room
General's
number
finding.
about your
Dan
findings.
Grossman, Scripps
You must
News.
uncover everything.
So let's get into this with Sean Collins, a
I'm staying
consumer
in room
litigation attorney
1963.
partner at a law firm in California. Let's start with the StubHub lawsuit. Just point blank, does the suit have legs?
So yes, the suit does have legs. You certainly have to take it serious, but I'll also say that the lawsuit's not very new.
Senorita.
So these types of lawsuits were pretty
Well, of
common
course,
back
be
in
meeting
the
your
day
room.
telephone. So back when people still had DirecTV,
I left it
Comcast,
at the reception desk.
there used to be fees that were called local broadcast fees or
Good luck,
RSN fees that were
Bella.
disclosed when you were actually signing up for your TV package. So a common example people would remember would be $39.99 for DirecTV, and then you get that first bill and it says $54. Now, the reason why there's a defense for StubHub is because those fees, it's very difficult to assess what those fees are going to be
Is that the reception desk?
up until the point of sale. And so, for instance, the fees that the DC Attorney General is alleging
How do I
are
get key at the reception
deceptive
desk?
here. That's probably part of an algorithm that's determining, well, how much would this ticket cost if the person bought it at the very last minute, or if they bought it 5 days before. There's an algorithm that goes into that, and the algorithm is going to spit out what the fees are doing.
So what would this mean if this lawsuit goes through and they say, yes, StubHub, you have to change your practices? This would mean a blanket fee or because you're right, it is an algorithm, right? So how would they be able to assess fees in a way that makes sense for the company?
Well, so that's
a lot of names
part for the company, and that's why you'll hear a lot of the companies, they make the defense of, well, if we have to make this change, it's going to be incredibly expensive for us to make modifications to our website, our mobile platforms.
A lot of
because
names.
They're basically going to have to redo their algorithm, redo all their tech at expense to themselves. But what's going to happen is they're going to pass that expense along to the consumer. So their tickets are ultimately going to be more expensive. Yeah. And so it's kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't, if you're stuck on it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Anytime I hear about something like this, changing the profit amounts that a company makes, I always think to myself, it's probably not going to be the company losing money. It's probably going to be passed along to the consumer, which is something we need to think about. The government, though, they've been cracking down on these types of things. Companies, rather. We've got Ticketmaster. They've been having several legal challenges. The Justice Department just suing them in May for really its dominance in the industry. So what is the line between how these companies operate versus what the government can actually regulate?
So I would say that the line is like the golden rule, and when you're advertising something to consumers,
Some lady.
you have to be clear and conspicuous about what you are offering to the customer. So, for instance, one of the things here, and you'll notice that part of this stuff,
that's how you get there.
there's a countdown timer on the page, because some of us actually disclose them to the consumer
Cha-ching!
before they actually have their credit card charged. They're disclosing what. And so that's what the law requires you to do.
Conduct you to work on his project.
You have to tell them exactly how much you
And we are not involved in any capacity. It's project as of late last year. Anyone choosing to still associate with Mr. after receiving this letter will be regarded as complicit in Mr. Nero's. Furthermore, my personal advice for you, for your own safety, is to not engage with Mr. Nero. It has been proven time after time that his behavior is erratic, perhaps even dangerous. Sincerely,
Now, the documentary
Robert
man
Sidney.
who was wrongly convicted of murder and jail for more than 30 years was released just 24 hours ago. He is going to join us next with his remarkable story.
How'd it happen?
She showed up dead on the road.
This never gets easier.
It does when you call Car Shield before your car breaks down. Look at these prices. The camshaft, the transmission, engine.
Don't people know? A plan through Car Shield can protect up to 5,000 parts and systems.
You hate to see it.
An out-of-warranty car is going to break down eventually.
Right, which is why they need a plan through Car Shield.
Best of all, you'll get access to Car Shield's concierge service. Who can even help you find a mechanic near you.
They're notifying the family.
Poor guy. He doesn't even know what's coming.
Another victim of senselessly expensive repair bills. Can't save them all.
We can keep trying.
Oh, you gotta make a number?
End this way. If he'd have just called Car Shield before his car broke down.
That number?
Exactly. Car Shield has an A rating with the Better Business Bureau and was voted America's most trusted auto protection company. It's time to call Car Shield now. Call 800-385-5716.
Best thing I've ever done. That's what Freddie told me.
A person like me needed to get a reverse mortgage to change my life. It was the best thing I've ever done. And yes, without a doubt.
Joanne said just about the same thing.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the best thing I ever did.
Jack put it a different way. To him, it was about having his grandkids over.
You want to have the kids over, you want to have the grandkids over, you want to have the family over. You want to say, this is my place.
Great people. Different people,
Oh.
for sure. And all of them have different reasons for getting the reverse. But you know what? They all felt the same about two things. They all loved, and they all understand that.
If you're 62 or older and own your home, learn how you can access a portion of your home equity to give you cash. And when you need it in the future, a reverse mortgage could put more money in your pocket by eliminating your monthly mortgage payments. It could also pay off higher interest credit cards, medical costs, and give you some extra cash to help your retirement lifestyle.
I don't have any anxiety about money anymore. It allows me
So that can only be 3.
and not have
That can either be a 5 or a 2.
A lot of families have got tax-free cash for a reverse mortgage loan for a better retirement.
Okay,
I
so
don't know the word.
let's try that one.
It's a good thing. Call to receive your free no-obligation info kit. The kit will show you how you may get the cash you need using your home's equity as a reverse mortgage. Call 1-800-661-3756.
Why don't you call and find out what reverse mortgage can mean for you.
Call Finance of America, the country's #1 reverse mortgage lender, and get your free info kit. Call 1-800-661-3756. 1-800-661-3756.
A Missouri man who spent 34 years in prison for a murder he did not commit is enjoying his first full day of freedom. Christopher Dunn was released from prison yesterday to a chorus of cheers from supporters. You see him right there. The moment came despite an 11th-hour attempt by the state's attorney general to keep him behind bars. The story goes back to 1991.
It's gotta be
Dunn was
7.
19 years old and convicted of first-degree murder. In the years since, after 2 witnesses recanted their testimony, efforts to free Dunn picked up. That culminated in a judge's ruling July 22nd, vacating Dunn's
That can only be a 3.
and ordering his immediate
No, it can be a 2 also.
release. But just as freedom seemed hours away,
2
Missouri Republican Attorney General Andrew
or a
Bailey
3
filed an appeal
or a
because of
5.
it. Dunn had to stay behind bars for almost a week extra
Be
until
a
the state
2,
Supreme Court
3, or
ruled in his
5.
favor yesterday. Joining me now is Chris Dunn and his wife Kira. Thank you guys so much for being here.
All
on
3 of them.
America.
7,
We have been
and
following
then
the
3,
story
3,
and your
3,
story, Chris, so
2,
closely.
5, 5, 5,
First, I just want to know how you're doing.
3, 3, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5. No. Yeah, 3, 3, 2, 5. Yeah, I have to go through the whole thing. All right.
Oh, I'm amazing. I mean, I think both Chris and I are still
Yeah,
picking
I'm gonna go
each
through the
other.
whole thing. Okay,
Actually happening.
so let's
feels
save
a
it
little
here.
Like a dream still.
Oh, no.
I'm doing amazing.
I mean, it is a reality. Soak this all in. Chris, you were supposed to be released from prison this past Wednesday. You were dressed, you were ready to go, and then something happened.
Okay.
Missouri Attorney General Andrew Bailey stopped your release with an appeal. What was it like being told that you were finally going to be free, walking out of that prison, to then have to turn back and remain behind bars?
How do you get out of here?
I mean, it was unreal. And there is no real words to explain exactly how I feel about it.
Yes, you can.
But to go up there and change into my civilian clothing,
there you go.
Only to be told that
so
issued a statement, meaning that I was gonna have to change back into a prison outfit and go back into a cell where in which I gave everything that I owned for the last 34 years away.
Let's save it.
I can imagine too the confusion
right here,
because I'm sure you weren't told in great detail what was happening. What did you know at that moment? What was happening? And were you told when this would be a real release?
Distance.
Well, no.
Hotel phone $6. Outside up on 4, so that's 10. I had 10. Yeah, one get 10. I had 9. Spent it, I got 1.
To release me at a certain time. And the one at the institution
Quiz Club.
And
the shortcuts. I don't have any of those.
That the Attorney General decided to file a second motion. And Wednesday came, and the judge in the case.
All right. Yeah, let's quit here.
Or face consequences.
But you can't go in there yet, right?
For whatever reason,
moved it from the
they
other
told me trying to
side.
rush me out of prison.
Well, I got shit I can go on with right now.
When I got to the front,
so we shall
changes and hassle.
Yeah, I wanted to go outside so I could save, but I did that already, so.
To warn, make a statement over the telephone.
Let's
ask for someone on the other end, are you sure?
Quit the game.
What do you want me to do?
Confirm.
What do you want me to do? And the next thing you know, she turned around and said, unfortunately, you're unable to be released today because Missouri Supreme Court issued a statement. So I need you to take those clothes off and get back to your prison outfit and return back to your cell.
All right.
I felt
I'm getting a little less lost.
I felt like my life had just
starting to kind of like,
and to be honest with you,
find my way through.
Like I failed my wife, my family,
and
everyone else who was waiting on me to come home because they all still behind.
Yeah. So that's Lorelei, the Laser Eyes, part 3. I don't know how long I played for. I know there was a lot of bullshit at the beginning.
What was going through your mind in those
But yeah, I have a feeling I am not going to be able to finish this game.
What's gone on with him for the last 34
years? Yeah, I got to
years,
cheat a lot on the puzzles.
And it's a tragedy. And so
But we'll
to
see.
hear him have that pain.
I hope my old 66-year-old brain is up to it.
fulfill some. I mean, he just hasn't.
So,
He's been an amazing
until
husband, brother,
next
and son,
time,
despite all the circumstances for the past 34
we
years.
meet again.
And so,
what you're hearing is the national anthem of Honduras.
we, his family, never
I am
looked at it
Hondureño.
that we've always been proud of him, and
So,
he's
yeah,
always
that's
stayed strong and
my former
been amazing
country's
and resilient through all this.
national anthem.
And Chris, I see you getting emotional.
I am
Not too
a
many
naturalized
people
citizen.
to be in your situation, and I hope to God.
I became a naturalized
more
citizen
people don't know what
in
it's like to be wrongfully
1972
incarcerated,
or 71,
accused
I
of
forget.
something you did not do. That week of waiting to be freed, obviously torturous, right?
So,
Freedom is
yeah,
difficult, but
I
Chris, you
can talk
spent
the talk
34
and
years
walk
in
the
prison.
walk.
Almost 34 years in prison for a crime you did not. Did you hold on to hope year after year after year?
Let's call it a day.
You would someday somehow be free.
Yeah. So until next time, folks. Bye. Goodbye. Bye.